Welcome to the MacPack Show. This is SVC's sports news destination. Tuning in with me is Deshaun Hamlin and Damon Carter and myself, the host, CJ Hagler. While we're all here is we want to talk about the NCAA tournament, the Final Four and the finals. Duke, as we all know, Duke won the NCAA championship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They overcame Michigan State, which we projected to win. Well, me and Deshaun Hamlin projected to win.
There you go.
And we also projected Wisconsin to beat Kentucky, which I'm really glad that they did. They put their streak to an end. Do you guys have anything to say about it?
I think last show I put if it was a team to beat Kentucky, it was Wisconsin. That's
Most
what happened.
Said that.
Yeah, I really like how Wisconsin handled it, their demeanor, and how they just finished the game against Kentucky. They came up big, hit big shots in the clutch when it mattered, and they went 38-1. Kentucky did, and it was just sad to see their character at the end of the game. They got real malicious toward the Wisconsin players in the interview. I believe Andrew Harrison had some choice words about Kaminsky, which didn't go over so well in the media. And, just to talk about the Wisconsin game versus Duke, Wisconsin had a 9-point lead early. It was a lot of controversy over the tip ball call, but what many people may not know is in college,
They don't have that.
they don't have the rule where you can look back, which is something that I think that they should change because they kept showing the replay over and over, and they were only looking at the foul, but it was a clear indication that it was Wisconsin ball because a Duke player touched the last. What do you guys have to say about the rule? Do you think they should change it?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I don't know. I think the rules should stay the same just because college want to have like something that they can hold up. Just changing it to like the NBA and things like that, like I just think personally, like it's their rule, they made it. Stop. That's why.
So you don't think they kind of I don't think it's like a pure game, but I'm not changing that rule.
Mm-hmm.
If they miss something, they go to the replays and they're checking the foul call. I think they should also be able to check for whose hand went off last.
Yeah, but if a ref made a bad call, he made a bad call. Like we always say, ref's not perfect. So going to the replay and seeing that's making the ref look bad.
I mean, yeah, it makes them look bad, but I mean, at the end of the day, we want the correct call to stand. We don't want any team to feel like they're being cheated. And just like now, a lot of people saying Wisconsin got cheated out of.
But it was. I hate when like that saying when they say, "Oh, this happened." You had a whole course of the game to make sure that it don't come down to things like that to win it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wisconsin had a 9-point lead with 11 minutes left in the second half, and they were going up and down thinking that the game was over. That's a lot of time on the clock. So,
but I mean, also, like when y'all played Regis, there was a lot of choice calls that shouldn't have been called. You don't think those calls could change the landscape of a game?
It could, but I'm gonna just keep staying with the fact that when we played Regis, it was a lot of mishaps on defense. On offense calls, we wasn't really running our stuff efficient, and that's why they won. They was a better team at the end of the day, and they beat us. So going back to Wisconsin, they had it. They had a chance to up the lead, but taking long 3-pointers and shots that they really didn't need, bring it down to the big Frank. They made him, play perimeter more than playing in the post. And they seen once he played in the post that he was very efficient in bringing him farther away from the basket like Duke wanted to, and that's what happened.
I disagree because when you pull Kaminsky away from the basket, Jahlil Okafor was on the island.
Yeah,
the whole game.
But he wasn't attacking. He wasn't attacking the basket like that. He was trying to take him off the dribble and pull up. It was a couple times that he took him off the dribble and put him in foul trouble. But during the course of the game, He was trying to play like he was a point guard.
I mean, I don't know. I disagree because Jaleel Okafor going into about maybe 4 minutes left, he only had 6 points, 2 rebounds.
Yeah.
Kaminsky had him, and Kaminsky probably had about 20 points at that time. So Jaleel Okafor made his print on the game at the end of the game when he got the and-1 when he came back into the game with 4 fouls. And then he came back and got a rebound.
They got
those two statement plays changed the game for Duke, got him back into it to stand strong for the last 2-3 minutes. But before that, Kaminsky had Jaleel Okafor on the island. He was rattled. Remember after the and-1, Jaleel Okafor even showed emotion.
Yes.
Had his face in his hand.
I understand
so
that.
Really,
but when games like this, they're always gonna be a hero in the game.
Yeah, that was a good play.
Just Jaleel Okafor and a couple of other Duke players had the spotlight on the whole year. So they had to have somebody to step up because just like you were saying, he was in foul trouble. He was frustrated, and dudes off the bench stepped up.
So who do you think were the key performance of the game on both teams?
Both teams. I'm Wisconsin. I'm still going with Big Frank.
Okay.
And you got to give Grayson Allen on Duke that's player of the game because player of the game because if he didn't come in the game and play, they would have lost by 15 or more.
Bro,
and you know how much he averaged
Jones, they would have lost by 23.
2 to 4 points a game.
Okay.
He haven't played that much to come in a national championship game when all lights and everything is on you and you come in and put that print. If it wasn't for him making that stretch at the last 7 minutes, the last 7 minutes in the game,
bro, I can't agree with you.
I don't know what I was watching.
Tyus Jones, 23 points, 19 in the second half.
Okay, I understand that. He does it exactly just like you said. He does it every single game. So, like I said, there's always one person that's going to show up when their star players didn't show up. Okay. Jaleel Okafor did not show up.
You right?
If it was just Tyus Jones, if it was just him, he's not going to beat Wisconsin by himself. He needed another push. Jane Winslow, he showed up a little bit. He still was in foul trouble. He still had his print in the game. But if you want to give the player of the game, I'm giving it to Grayson.
I can't. It's okay. I can't. I mean, he did show a bit. If it wasn't for Grayson Allen showing up, I don't think Duke would have won. But all the foul trouble, your two best guys, Justin Winslow, that's been playing magnificent through the whole tournament in foul trouble. He's averaging. He's the leading scorer on that team in the tournament. Yeah, I know.
Foul trouble. This guy Okafor didn't play. He only played about 10 minutes in the whole second half.
Yeah, he didn't.
You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. If it wasn't for Grayson Allen helping Tyron Jones, that been doing it every year, all year, like y'all been saying, I have to give it to him. I have to. Player of the game.
Numbers don't lie. The stat line shows.
Exactly. He averaged less than 5 points and scored over 10 points.
Yeah.
In the second half of the national championship
second
game.
Half.
Okay, but would you not agree that?
Okay, up is 23 in the second half.
And how much did he score the first half? He played more. He played way more minutes than Grayson Allen.
Okay. But at the end of the game,
he was.
Okay. Come on. At the end of the game, Coach K was definitely said the game plan was give Tyus Jones the ball, set a ball screen, and let him do what he worked.
Exactly, right? Because that's what he done the whole year.
He ended the game for him. Yes, Grayson Allen brought them back into the game. Yes, most definitely. Great effort, great spirit. That pushed him over, got him over that hump, got him back into the game, and Tyus Jones does it and closed the game. He definitely closed the game.
Okay, but without Tyus Jones been averaging 17 this tournament, right?
Yes.
So without his key performances in the games before the NCAA championship, Grayson Allen wouldn't even had the chance to score that 16 points for you to even be arguing that fact.
Why? No, just what I said. When key players don't show up, there has to have a person on the bench that you can trust that's going to show up at a point in the time of when you need somebody. Their whole momentum was shut down when they was down by 9. When they was down by 9, their whole team was done. They thought the game was done with 12 minutes left in the second half. Grayson Allen gave them hope. He gave them hope to think that they're going to win. If you was looking at both crowds from back on Wisconsin's campus and back on Duke's campus, and you seen them players, once Grayson Allen came and did what he had to do, it was light. They were like, oh yeah, we have a chance.
Yeah.
So that's just my opinion, and that's what I'm sticking with.
I didn't. Yeah, I mean, I was expecting Sam Decker for Wisconsin to really show up.
Yeah,
there.
that was a.
You know, he didn't show me how he normally plays. You know, he normally comes up big. I really don't know what happened. He had 12 points. You know, missed a lot of 3-pointers, and just at the end of the game, Wisconsin they really just didn't convert. You know, to stay in the game long term. Now for you know, there's a projection of maybe 5 to 7 players going to the NBA just from Kentucky alone. Who do you think will excel in the league, and who do you think not going to do so well?
Player of the year, Frank, Big Frank. I'm gonna keep saying Big Frank because he's a load, man. Just his skill, his feet work, and things like that. He can shoot. He can post up.
I said Kentucky though.
You said Kentucky, but you said out of the people that I feel.
Okay.
You feel me? You said it's 6 to 7 players. You didn't say just off of Kentucky's team.
Okay.
I thought we was talking about everybody. So that's why I'm going with the player of the year with Big Frank. You understand me? So back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. Just his skill set alone and just what he did. He really made Jahlil Okafor look like a freshman.
Okay.
To a senior.
Do you think his game
is
will
going to
translate to the NBA?
Yeah. Some people really like look at him and see like, oh yeah, he doesn't really look like he can be a force and things like that. But if you look at it in the NBA, they're big men. They're just using power. So I think he would really excel if he plays the power forward position.
That's true.
Because who can I say? I could really see him with the Blazers.
With the Blazers?
Yeah, playing that style of play.
Yeah, that might be a good fit for him. I think it all comes down to, you know, the team. You know, you see a lot of players coming in the league and then they're not on the right team, and then they just sit the bench and they never develop as a player. So for me, I would have to say Karl Anthony Towns. I think he's gonna be a monster with whoever he goes. And right now, New York, they have the most votes for the #1 pick. So, you know, they really need a big man down there. So hopefully, you know, he could put in some work and put them back in the playoff picture.
They need everybody. They need a 1, a 2, a 4, a 5. They have Carmelo, but they need to stop. I'm available too.
So what do you think? What do you think about Jahlil Okafor as of right now?
As of right now, top 3.
Top 3.
Top 3 draft pick.
Even after that championship game.
Even after with the way that he was. The way that he was going, and just like you said, how he was so frustrated, and to sit down and come back and get the and1, get the offensive rebound and score, that put him like, okay, now I'm really in. He wasn't in.
So
the
those
game.
2 plays.
One play can change the whole mindset of a game.
It can. Okay.
It can. I'm not saying every game. I'm saying a game.
We can't take away that Frank destroyed him.
He's a senior. He's supposed to do that. Like I said,
man.
He made Jahlil Okafor look like a freshman, but Jahlil Okafor at the same time showed how he could mature as a player in the NBA.
So you think he will be
a
force in the NBA?
No, I didn't say that.
What do you think he will? Where do you think he will stand in the NBA?
I think he could be like a backup. I don't really. He has a little soft touch around the basket. I think he need to develop more of a jump shot, about 10-footer, little mid range shot, but. I don't really see him doing that much to really excite me.
Yeah, I think his lack of athleticism really holding him back, and his lack of lateral quickness because you know, like you said, Kaminsky had him on ice. You know, he was in big foul trouble, and I'm just not sure. You know, with the you know, the NBA is a man's league. I don't know if he could, you know, keep up with that style of play. You know, long term. 82 games, that's a very vigorous season.
He looked tired. He looked real tired.
Yeah, he looked very tired. You know, you in the NBA, you got a lot of back-to-back games. Yeah. I just don't know if he'll be able to convert his game to a full 82 game season.
I respect that.
Is it anybody else that you think would do fairly well in the NBA?
I like the point guard from Notre Dame.
Notre Dame?
Yeah, I like what's his I think his last name is Grant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like him.
Jerry Grant.
Yeah, he's fierce. The way he plays and he's not scared of nobody. He take it to him. He don't care if you're the best player in the league, worst player in the league. He's gonna bring it every day. So
yeah,
I really like
I like him too. They was kind of comparing him to like a Derrick Rose type of player, and weirdly enough, the Chicago Bulls, they're looking into him and they may have a chance to get him. So hopefully, Derrick Rose is supposed to be coming back this week as well. Hopefully, this upcoming draft, maybe we can get a player just like him, so we can stay in NBA finals contention. Stay among the big names in the NBA.
I have a question. Do you guys feel that this draft is deeper than last year's draft?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Last year's draft, outside of Andrew Wiggins and Jabari Parker, you had Julius Randle, but the only one that's really blossomed, I could say, is Andrew Wiggins, which is expected. Jabari Parker, he went down with an injury. Julius Randle went down early with an injury. So I'm just not. I can't. I mean, just as of right now, I gotta say this year's draft class is probably gonna be better.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, yeah, the whole Kentucky team. Yes, I would just have to go with yes. Willie Cauley-Stein coming into the league. Yes.
Willie Cauley-Stein.
I can't even agree with you.
I think he's gonna have I think he's gonna have the worst NBA career.
His presence alone is a problem.
In the NBA.
Yes.
He's a. Oh my, I don't know.
His presence. I'm not saying he still needs to develop, of course, but his presence alone is a problem.
I will not see him play more than 10 minutes. Let me see. About 3 years. He won't play more than 10 minutes in 3 years.
I give him 12, 15 minutes. I ain't going to short him that much.
Yeah.
But no, his lack of an offensive game is really holding him back.
Yes.
Because when they lost to Wisconsin, he could not get a bucket around the rim.
He was turning the ball over Hashim to beat.
Hey,
he's like an athletic. He's like an athletic.
Ready.
Yes.
Was Wisconsin defense really that good? Because he definitely did the same thing that Jahlil Okafor.
Yes.
Jahlil Okafor, he went 5 and 9 from the field. That's a good shooting percentage. That's more than 50%.
Is that usually what he do?
It's not usually what he do.
But you don't play a deep Wisconsin team like that every game.
Every game, everyone's ready.
No. You have the worst teams in the NBA that won't probably beat a Kentucky team if they played in the NBA.
That's a whole other show.
That's a whole other show. We're gonna say
that's
that
a whole
for
other
another show.
Well, listen here.
We would like thank you guys for tuning in. We would like to wrap this up. Follow our channel. Follow Deshaun.
Follow me. Love My City 860 on Instagram. Deshaun Hamlet on Facebook. Follow SVC Athletics. Basketball team. Got big things coming next year, so
Of course, man. Follow me, Life Above the Rim on Twitter. Follow the Rookie of the Year, man. Stay tuned.
Yes, sir.